What's happening? What's happening? Doof, doof, doof. Doof, 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 doof. Tasty motherfucking beverage right there, boy. Wooly bully. What's up, Fernando? Fernando. My name is Fernando. I'm here to fuck all the women and take all the men's monies. I am Fernando. I bet you say that a lot, don't you? You just go around saying, I am Fernando. My name is Fernando. I bet you do that a lot. I bet you stand in front of the mirror naked saying, I am Fernando. I would. If my name was Fernando, I would definitely do that. No shit. No cap. No cap, as the young folk would say. That's what I do. I'm just telling you what I would do as Fernando. That's what I do. Because that's a good manly name. It's a good manly name, boy. It's a manly name. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, child. Fernando. Get this out here. Get this out here. Everybody watch this shit. Because as you can tell, I titled it, Let's Laugh at It. And what do I mean by that? What does Pimpmunk mean by let's laugh at it? Because I think there's nothing that shouldn't be laughed at. All them issues that we all having and problems we all have, we can laugh at them. We can find something funny to just make us smile for 5 minutes or 5 seconds or however long it makes you smile and laugh. But we need to focus on that shit and stop worrying about all that serious shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that serious shit matters. We all know it matters. But if we make it all that matters, then we ain't living. We ain't living, my friends. You know what I'm saying? We got to pull in that good stuff too. Because that's the problem with all of us, man. We always focus on the bad. You ask 9 out of 10 times, you ask somebody how they doing, right? What's going on in their life? 9 out of 10 times, they're going to start out telling you the bad shit. Seriously, think about it. Think about that. Most of the time when you walk up to somebody or text somebody and you ask them, what's going on? Usually the first things they tell you is the bad shit that's going on. They don't ever lead with the good shit. They never lead with the good shit. They always lead with the bad shit. You know, my dog died. Somebody owes me some money and they won't give it to me. Somebody hit me in the damn kneecap. Instead of saying, hey, I seen a pretty bird. But seriously though, if you think about it, most of the time when you ask somebody how they doing or what's going on in their life, they lead with the negative stuff. And look, it's just a natural thing to do. It's a natural thing to do as human beings. And why is that? Why is that the natural thing to do? It's because we tend to focus on the negative. We tend to focus on the people doing us wrong or the bad shit that happens or the bills and all that. We tend to focus on because it is human nature to do so because we want to fix the problem. We all want to fix what's wrong with us. But here's the deal. If you lead with the good, then by the time you get to the bad, you'll be more positive, and more positive, you'll be able to deal with the bad better. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? If we focus on what's good, by the time we get to what's bad, we'll be in a better mood to deal with what's bad, and we can handle it better. No, it's a hard thing to do. It's a really hard thing to do. How do we get there in that situation? How do we get to that point in our lives to where we do lead with the good to get to the bad? Most of the time we lead with the bad, and sometimes we eventually get to the good, but it sometimes doesn't work that way. But what we need to do is start just trying to train ourselves to focus on good things. It's a hard thing to do. I'm still trying to do that. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But I think I'm getting there. I think I'm trying my best to get there. I think a few things have recently happened in my life that has made me feel better about certain things. I've reconnected with a couple of people in life that at one point I wasn't sure if I was ever going to be able to. And that's a good feeling, to reconnect with somebody that you wasn't sure you were going to be able to reconnect with. And I'm glad about it. Now, the one thing we also need to realize as people, on that journey, on our journey to getting there, sometimes we got to cut ties with people. Not saying that they're bad people. Not the people that you cut ties with aren't necessarily bad people. But they may be bad for you and you may be bad for them. See, that's the thing we need to realize. Just because two people are fighting doesn't really make either person bad. Just two people are not getting along or not liking each other. One doesn't have to be the bad person. The other has to be the good person. Maybe they both good people, but they're just not good for each other. See what I'm saying? And they become bad people to each other, which is an ugly thing. So we have to cut ties with each other sometimes. And like I said, cutting ties does not mean one person's bad, other person's good. It just means that's not your traveling partner on your journey in life. That's what that means. I've had to cut ties with people, and people's had to cut ties with me, yeah. Because, we don't fit. We don't fit. Doesn't mean you hate each other. Doesn't mean you don't like each other. It just means you don't need to really walk that path, that journey together. And I just find it, and look, we all get in our places. We all go in our dark little fucking caves sometime, and we get down on ourselves because somebody said this or somebody did this or somebody, whatever. We all get there. What we need to do is find out how we can get out of there without hurting anybody or hurting yourself. See, that's the problem with the world right now. The problem is everybody's got to you can't just go your separate ways. Somebody's got to be angry at somebody. And you don't have to be angry. Ain't that true? I'm a young guy. Start to learn more about not fitting with people through college because a lot of people have left me without saying nothing. Yeah, and it's just, and you don't have to be mad at people. You don't have to be mad at someone or angry with someone. Some people just don't belong as friends or relationships and romance and all that stuff. Some people just don't belong with each other on that journey that we're taking in life, right? Um, it took me a long time to realize that my own flaws, and I got a lot of them. I got a lot of flaws. I'm loud. I'm too boastful. Not boastful. I'm too bold at times. Sometimes I don't need to speak my fucking mind, and I tend to do that when I don't need to. So that's something that I've been working on over the years, and I've gotten better. I've learned not to be mad at them, but learned I just can't hit them up. It was hard for me to learn. Yeah, that's the way it is. Some people just don't belong with each other. And like I said, I'm going to use a good friend of mine for an example. Me and this person, I think, belong together. But let's say Landon knows, a good friend of mine, great friend of mine. But if he felt like that, even though neither one of us was doing anything bad, we just weren't good for each other as friends, right? We were holding each other back somehow. And he said, John, Pimpmunk, I can't be your friend. Not because I hate you, not because I dislike you. It's just because we don't belong. We ain't compatible. We got to move on a different direction in life. That, would it hurt? Of course it would hurt, but at least it's honest, right? At least it's honesty. At least he's not saying he hates me. It's just we don't belong together, right? That's, and now I don't think Landon would ever do that because I think we are good friends. But it's just an example. I think we just need to be more chill and realize sometimes we're not what we think we have. We don't really have, right? And don't be afraid to be out there, right? Don't be afraid to show your flaws and to admit your flaws. That's a problem that a lot of us have. Most human beings are very sensitive about when somebody points out your flaws. I am. Let me tell you. Nobody likes to be told what they do wrong or what's bad about them. Nobody likes that. I don't know of anybody who likes to be told what's bad about them. But if you're brave enough to expose your flaws in some ways and say, look, this is my flaws. These aren't my flaws. I need to fix them. And you can fix them and you can move on to a better place. Now, it's hard, and sometimes what someone thinks your flaws are may not actually be flaws. And if you don't think they're flaws, you can move on by yourself. That goes back to you may like this person, but you don't fit. We don't always fit together. And most journeys don't end up taking you where you think you want to, where you thought you were going. Most journeys in life, you end up going a totally different direction than you expected, which can be ugly at times, but it also can be beautiful. There's a lot of fucked up shit, but a lot of good shit. Sometimes I would like to ask people that ghost me why they left me, but honestly, I think it's best not to know. Well, that's a different thing, ghosting someone, whatever, but I mean, the main thing is not to fall into a repeating path of arguing and drama and fighting with each other. Instead of doing that, just say, okay, me and this person, we're not that compatible. I like this person. Because that's one thing you need to remember. What made you like the person in the first place, right? And then think to yourself, why do I want to hurt this person now that we're not friends or we're not getting along so well? Why do I want to hurt this person? You think about the things that made you like the person, and then I think you can move on better. I think you can move on better, that situation. That where you both can just move on without hurting each other, because you don't have to hurt each other just because you're mad at your friend, right? Because you were friends for a reason in the first place, right? There was something about that person you really liked. There was something about that person that you thought was pretty awesome because you wanted to be their friend. But now that something came in between you, you want to destroy that person or take that person down. Instead of doing that, think about what made you like them, and then say, okay, I don't want to hurt that person because that's what I liked about them. And then you can move. I think you can move on better. You probably won't be able to stay friends because something came in between you. But it's better to move on from a friend and have a clear conscience than have a guilty conscience. Because I know that I lost a friend years ago, where I did something to him. And at the time, I felt good about it, right? Well, I'm going to tell you what I did. I beat him up. I'm not lying. I physically beat him up. And at the time, I felt good about it. But then a couple years later, I seen the guy, and I remembered what I liked about him. I remembered why we were friends. I remembered his personality and what attracted me to his personality and to why I wanted to be his friend. And then I was like, damn, I hurt that. I hurt that person. Even though I was mad at him, that good part that I liked about him was still a part of him. And I hurt that. So instead of beating him up, I should have just walked away. Then, I would have had a clear conscience because I felt bad about what I did to him. And so it's no good. That's no good to hold anger towards someone. And, I was faced with some stuff today and yesterday. And you know what? For a moment there tonight, I was really angry. And then I sat down and I thought about it for a second. I was like, why? Why respond? I may say something that I regret. And, it's not worth it. Not that the person's not worth it, because the person is, I don't want to hurt that person. So why not just move on and have a clear conscience about the situation? That's what I believe. There's no reason if you can walk away from a situation without hurting someone, then just walk away. Maybe they did you wrong, but at least you walked away. Because getting revenge and hurting the person and whatever, it's not going to do you. It's not going to mentally, physically, or do you any good. It's not. And so just don't. And just realize that your paths are different. Like I said earlier, if you're not winning here then, doesn't make either one of you a bad person. Sometimes people just aren't meant to be on the same journey in life. Sometimes they're meant to go separate ways. Doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make them a bad person. Just mean you weren't compatible for that journey. That's all. Well, I mean, there's always, so I mean, now if a person's harming someone, you know what I mean. Of course, you want to stop them from harming people. I'm talking about if there's a way to walk away from a situation without anybody getting hurt, then take that. But some people don't want that. Some people don't want that at all. Some people want to like bring you down. And bring others down. Because it's all those people are usually people that are miserable on the inside because they don't, they can't see the brighter light of life or anything. I don't know. Well, I mean, I understand, Galen. And thank you, idea guy. The brighter side, all up in your eye. Do the dookie dance. Do the dookie dance. Do the dookie dance. I'm not talking about people who are publicly attacking you and stuff like that. I'm talking about if there's situations, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, like I said, I was faced with a situation the last couple of days where there's someone that's running me down to people. But what's the use of me coming out and publicly saying, "Oh, you're a liar. You did this and that." I'm not really going to solve anything by doing that because this person, I'm not going to solve anything by that. Even though the person is in the wrong and that they're making up stories and stuff and about me and other people, but it don't matter. I mean, it don't matter. In the long run, they just don't matter to me. I'd rather not be angry. I know I can only relate to my situation. Like I said, every situation is different. So if someone's publicly attacking us, if someone's like trying to take you down, like that's what I said earlier. I mean, that's horrible. And every situation is different, but if a situation can be avoided, is what I was talking about. And yeah, I'm succeeding. So, and taking the high road is better. But now it is, like I said earlier, though, sometimes it is hard when there's constant attacks coming at you and stuff. Sometimes that is hard to be the better person. But if you can be, and if it's more beneficial to you to be the better person, then be the better person. My whole feet is. They're better. My feet are better, but they still got a little soreness to them. They got a little soreness. Oh, yeah. My booty, I hope you warm. I hear you, Gator. I hear you, bud. Now, my foot got soreness. My butthole got a little soreness, too, but that's because I keep knuckle fucking myself. Keep knuckle fucking myself. Huh? I got lost there by conversation. Baking cookies. Where's Luna? I don't know. Baking cookies. I sent Luna a message earlier and told her I was live. So am I all right? I'm doing. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. It all works out in the end. Works out in the end. Origami was in a wreck. Yeah, I hate to hear that. It's late. It's not the show, by the way. We don't do a show on Wednesdays. I did a private show tonight with Ben on tap. Did a couple hours and then I had to go take care of something. I said, fuck it, I'll go live for a few minutes. But no, like I've been talking about tonight, I'm just, it's no sense. Like I said earlier, when people tell you to take the high road, and I get told that a lot because people always talking shit about me. It's hard at times to take the high road, especially when people are saying shit and you know you're in the right. However, if you can take that high road, you do feel better about yourself. And, so why not do it if you can? You're not an idiot, right? But here's my thing, though, folks. I have never, especially online. Now, in real life, I've done some shitty shit in my younger days. I was a shitty person, but I changed. But I do not get why, when somebody gets mad at you on here, they start like going to like all kinds of people and trying to get people to persuade people to turn against you and stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I don't do that stuff. I don't have that mentality to do that. So, and here's the good thing, I think. One of the good things about me, even though I say I have a lot of flaws, is I'm still shocked by that behavior. And I shouldn't be shocked by that behavior because I've seen that behavior a lot. But I'm still shocked by it. And that's a good thing because once you get sensitized and used to people being shitty, you have a good chance of becoming shitty yourself. So I'm glad I'm shocked by it. And when I said I'm shocked, I don't mean I'm shocked by everybody, by certain people. Like when I'm shocked that somebody who I liked or whatever does it. But that's earlier when I was talking about that. That's the thing we really need to get a hold of. Just because someone's like y'all go a different direction doesn't mean you have to be angry with one another. You just don't. Some people don't belong on the same paths in life. Some people's journey, you don't belong on their journey. It's the bottom line. You need to realize some people, they may like you and may love you as a friend, but you just don't belong on their journey. And it doesn't make you the bad person, doesn't make them the bad person. Just you don't belong. That's all. It's that simple. It's that simple. I'm hearing some dinging. I'm hearing danging. La da dee, la da da. Bum bum bum. Oh shit. Sheet. Sheet. Yeah. So I can be defensive at times. All I ask for is fairness, actual communication. Yeah. Not too much to ask for. I can show you my testicles, Gavin. You want to see my testicles? So I might as well set a stress. I gotta get my medication. I still ain't get tomorrow. I get my medication. I thought today was my medication day. Tomorrow's I got 2 medication days a month. Tomorrow's two of my medications I get. So I'm trying to get that and some other bills paid. So I'm gonna set a stream go. It's gonna be a smaller one. I'm gonna set it at $70 stream go. We make $70 stream go. I'll be happy in my heart. Only if Red Eye dates you. Yeah, Red Eye will date you. Red Eye likes the sex. 70, not 7. 70. $70. $70. Motherfucker. Which I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay on because my feet do hurt still. I am walking now around the house. I have yet to go out anywhere yet, but maybe I will have to try tomorrow and go to the drugstore. Go to the pharmacy, the pharmacy. Gotta go to the pharmacy. Pharmacy, my friends. The pharmacy. By the way, I want you people to know this. The next time you see Shabisky, you need to cuss his punk ass out. And here's why. Because tonight on the private show, we was rating all kinds of different musicians and drummers and guitars. And he gave Keith Moon like a 6. From rating from 1 to 10, he gave Keith Moon a 6. Keith motherfucking Moon. Yep, the pharmacy is very expensive, especially for someone who don't have insurance. I just don't know what to do about that boy Shabisky though. Just don't know what to do about him. He has there is no, he just piece shit. You give Keith Moon 6.5, then you're a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna point out that. You're a fucking idiot. You're on the same level of thinking as Shabisky, who don't know drummers. Who had no idea who he was. And don't give me this shit. Well, I'm a musician. Blah, 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 blah. Suck a dick. You're messing around. Okay, I was gonna say, I cut your ass. Keith Moon was fucking amazing. We didn't go through those. We went through several drummers. I can't remember all the ones we went through. Well, I didn't even pick the list. It was Ben's list. So we just rated the ones Ben threw on us. Mostly metal guys, and because that's kind of music Ben digs. Rock and stuff like that. I mean, I'm trying to think of some other people he had on there, which we had, Red Hot Chili Pepper drummer and stuff like that, and like guitars, he mostly had 70s rockers and stuff, and we had a couple blues guys. He had, Stevie Ray and Buddy King and BB King, and Buddy King's fucking amazing. Kid Ory. I thought Kid Ory was a bass man. I guess was he a drummer? No, Kid Ory played the horn, right? Fuck, I don't know what Kid Ory did. Multi-instrumentalist, okay. Kid Ory, man, people accepted him back in the day because they thought he was white. But he actually wasn't. He was Creole. Kid Ory, Creole. But Jesse Hill, Jerry Knowles, yeah, they're all great. But yeah, we went through it. It wasn't like the greatest. It was just a list of certain different ones, and we ranked them. It was drummers, guitars, basses. I mean, I think as far as because I think Dave Mustaine is one of the best metal guitarists, in my opinion. I mean, it's all subjective, of course, but I think Dave Mustaine is like amazing. I ranked him pretty high on my list tonight because I love Dave Mustaine. I think he's the only thing that ever came from Metallica that was worth a fuck. What's up, Villa? Alright, well, I'm done with that shit. My favorite drummer of all time was my dad. Yep. I know that's personal, but I don't give a shit. He was my favorite drummer. on my damn toes. At night, my feet do hurt worse, but that's with everything at night. I think here in a minute, I'm going to go a little bit longer, but I think here in a minute, I'm going to go put my damn feet up and probably call a friend. Or either watch some TV or go to sleep. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? The troubles I've seen, nobody knows but me. So I walked on stage one time and punched a drummer as he was playing. I did do that. Many years ago, I was like 21, 22. And I did do that. There was this dude who's a drummer who's in a band. He went around talking shit about me. Well, back then, I had it in my mind that nobody could talk shit about me. I was a stupid motherfucker, right? And I said I was going to get him. And found out where he was playing music, and he was up there drumming with his band. And I just ran up on stage and punched him right during the fucking set. I got kicked out of the bar, but yeah. That happened. I was a young punk. I needed my ass whooped for that shit. I remember my dad told me, because my dad, when it passed, my dad, he came into my life when I was 19. Just turned 19. So he known me now for about 2 years, I guess, when I did that. And my dad was a professional drummer, and that's what he did for a living. He's like, son, you never fuck up a man's set. He said, you could have waited till he was through to punch him. You didn't have to hit him while he was playing. You never fuck up a man's set. I'll never forget that. So she could do anything the next time I saw her. She was playing, so I went on stage and wrecked their equipment while playing. So you did that too, huh? Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I seen a dude get hit with an electric guitar one night too. I didn't do that shit. We wasn't even at a bar. It was just like this dude had this big tin building. People would go and people would play music and shit. People would sit around listening to them play music. It wasn't nothing professional. But for some reason, the guitarist got mad at another dude for some reason, and he hit that motherfucker with his electric guitar in the fucking face. I mean, like, pow. Fucked him up, too. I don't even know it was over with. Over. Anyways, I'm going to go, guys, because my feet are starting to hurt a little bit. And I'm going to go relax. And when I put them up, they ease off some. So I'm going to go chill and hang out and everything. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And make sure you catch tomorrow's show. All right, I'll check Twitter, buddy. Make sure y'all check tomorrow's show out. I don't know who all gonna be on, but there's gonna be some people there, I guarantee you that. All right, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.